The eternal tower descended upon the blue sea star, marking the beginning of the era of national domination. Transcendence, immortality, and even becoming a god are no longer delusions. The selected person will enter the Tower of Eternity as the chosen one. Hunt monsters, upgrade all the way, defeat millions of chosen ones, and ascend to the throne of glory. In the chosen profession, the rate of lords reaching the summit is close to 90%. Cao Ang, obtain the monster fusion system and become a lord. The source of 5 types of troops mutation equals mutated creatures. 3 branches of the dark source equals dark creatures. The immortal source of 2 armies equals ancient creatures. Destroy the lizard, exclusive branch, old source equals Godzilla. At first, he was a nightmare in the hearts of millions of chosen ones. Later, he was the Lord of Destruction, the fear of all heavens and all worlds. Finally, he is the master of the shining stars and light, the ruler of the past, the eternal ruler, and a symbol of transcendence from all things. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. National Championship, Eternal Tower. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chiagu, don't do it. See Blue Star. War Academy. A corner of the classroom. A young man suddenly opened his eyes. Beads of sweat as big as beans flowed down my cheeks. There is still fear in the eyes. The young man took a deep breath. Ho-hot. Fortunately, it was a dream. It's so outrageous. Cao Ang, Z. Due to leaving a message in the novel review section. He just had a very scary nightmare. A strong man locking a man. He was shocked and sweated profusely. On the podium, Xiongren, the class leader in a black uniform, held a black teaching staff. 3 years ago, the deity descended a miracle and the eternal tower opened, summoning the chosen one to participate in the trial. The chosen one will gain extraordinary power and have a long lifespan. Even this road leads to eternal life. According to statistics, the cumulative number of selected individuals has exceeded 1 billion. It is undeniable that this road is full of thorns. But opportunities come before us, our human race should strive to cross them. The class leader's tone was passionate and surging. When waving the stick, the chest rises and falls one after another. In the classroom, there is silence. Students, sit upright and secure. They had an excited expression and a passionate heart. Extraordinary, eternal, and even eternal. Who doesn't want it? After taking a deep breath, Xiongren continued. As long as one reaches the age of 18, there is a chance to be selected by the Eternal Tower and become a chosen one. The chosen one can obtain 2 types of professions. Apostle and Lord. Apostles are combat professions with a wide variety. Common ones include warriors, knights, elemental messengers, rangers, summoners, and so on. Speaking of which, Xiongren waved her teaching staff. Amidst the screams in the classroom, a basketball-sized water ball appeared. Immediately, the water ball turned into an ice ball and turned into ice crystals all over the sky. These combat professions mainly improve their level by hunting on the battlefield. Monsters, other planar creatures, and even companions. They can all become your stepping stones. This is the battlefield of the world, cruel and cruel. Because there is only one winner. Speaking of which, looking at the clear eyes in the classroom. He is indeed a college student. Then the voice became solemn, and the Lord only has one profession. That's Lord. Mainly by building territories, recruiting troops, and developing forces to accumulate strength. The early lords were very weak, but the developed lords are almost difficult to resist. However, lords are very rare. There is no one in a million. There won't be more than 1,000 lords appearing in the past 3 years. If you can become a lord, congratulations. You have obtained a ticket to the pyramid. Those top families and forces will compete to cooperate with you, including our college. As the words fell, discussions began in the classroom. The Lord is simply invincible. How can we lose with so many fights? This is not the most crucial thing. As long as the Lord perseveres to achieve ultimate victory, he can obtain his own territory. There will be countless resources at that time. That's right, I heard a very popular type of magic plant on the market recently. Eating it can strengthen the body and prolong life. The key is this kind of demon plant. They have a large number of lords, so they don't lack money at all, okay? Indeed, wealthy people don't mind spending a lot of money on it. Once they become a lord and lie down, they can still make a fortune. That's not right, the prerequisite is that you need to obtain territory. That's not easy. If I become a lord, I will definitely survive until the end and start a chicken farm. The heated discussions around. Cao Ang only feels noisy. The trial of the Eternal Tower is extremely cruel. There will only be one winner in each trial. Everything else is just an accompaniment. The loser may not die. But he will lose his identity as the chosen one and cannot participate in the trial of the Eternal Tower. Cao Ang traveled here half a year ago. In the past 3 years, miracles have descended 90.9 times. Accumulated divine selection has exceeded 1 billion. But the winners are only 100. Many people cannot accept the reality of falling from the chosen one back to the mortal world. But reality does not focus on the losers. Thinking of this, Cao Ang couldn't help but turn his gaze to the class leader on the podium, who was drinking water and had a seductive posture. Class leader Xiongren, water element envoy. The kind of water flooding the mountains of gold. I heard that I almost defeated the Lord and won the trial leader. Wait a little longer, if the 10th miracle is not selected, apply to work as a laborer. Becoming a laborer and having the opportunity to follow the chosen one into the Eternal Tower. Anyway, I have to come into contact with that mysterious world. Traversing cannot be without a system. Just like a novel cannot be without readers. And his golden finger needs to enter the Tower of Eternity to trigger. Suddenly, the sky and the earth were dim. A mysterious voice appeared in Cao Ang's mind. The Eternal Tower opens randomly. Select the sea blue star human race to participate in the trial. Eternal immortality or humble like ants. At that moment, Cao Ang held his breath. I silently recited in my heart, 10 consecutive guarantees are guaranteed. The noisy classroom returned to silence. But soon, everyone cheered again and began a new cheer. Miracle, come again. This means they have another chance to become the chosen ones. The door that ascends to the sky step by step is about to open. He's here, he's here. Choose me, you must choose me. I want to become a human being, a divine being. For a moment, the students all transformed into piglets and shouted loudly. Xiongren didn't stop, so she didn't take it seriously. Every time a miracle arrives, it is a chaotic dance of demons. I don't know how many people will be selected this time. How many people can remain? Xiongren's expression was complex as she muttered to herself, I hope more lords can be born this time. In the Tower of Eternity, the Lord is the biological sun. Apostles can only grow through fighting. And the Lord is able to farm, build equipment, recruit troops, heroes of high-ranking lords can even fight against high-ranking apostles. In addition, territory is more crucial. During the blank period, apostolic electors can only stay in reality and can hardly upgrade. Lords can recruit soldiers and horses, cultivate fields and build cities, and develop their territories. The further forward, the greater the gap between the apostles and the lords. Even a thug who can only become a lord. After 3 seconds. It's dawn, a brilliant light pierced through the ceiling. At that moment, Cao Ang turned into light. There are a total of 6 beams of light. This means that 6 lucky ones have become the chosen ones. As for the others, they can only wait for the next miracle to come. Shen Jiai looked at the 6 people and reminded them, remember, trials are the battlefield, not a children's play. There is only one chance, and there is only one winner. Also, be sure to pay attention to safety in the early stages. Don't forget to explore at the same time. In this way, even if one fails, the games can still be brought back to reality. After speaking, the light suddenly disappeared. 6 people, including Cao Ang, disappeared without a trace. The remaining group in the classroom looked at each other in confusion. Some remain silent, while others collapse and cry. They once again missed the door to eternal life. Brain Storage Site. Chapter 2. Old Lord, Godzilla. Seeking Fresh Flowers. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Welcome to the Monster Fusion System, Source Initial Force Detected, System Self-Start Completed, Novice Gift Package Distribution. Obtain. Lord Activation Code, Old Source, Beginner Gift Pack. In a void and darkness. Cao Ang heard the sound of the system starting. After darkness comes light. Welcome to the Eternal Tower Random Trial Site, Number of Floors. First Floor, Scene. Mysterious Island, Activation Code Verification completed. You become the Lord, you have activated the Lord skill. Old Master. Old Lord. Any old unit's loyalty to you remains constant at 100, and the units that join you, units, neutral creatures, divine selection, will automatically change to Old Camp. The Lord's Hall has been activated, main task. As a Lord, your goal should be the Starry Sea, but before that, you need to conquer the island and become the Lord of it. Task Deadline. None, Task Reward. Territory, Island, Unknown, Awesome, Lao Tong. Just arrived on the island, there's no time to check the surrounding environment. A series of prompts in his mind stirred his emotions. The system that has been in my mind for 3 years has finally been activated. From the beginning, you will be the Lord. There is also a talent for being amazing and powerful. The former ruler, as long as it is his unit, will never betray. And loyalty is the highest kind. Eternal Tower, I'm spicy. Behind Cao Ang, there is a Lord's Hall about 3 floors high. But it's a bit different from the initial hall he saw on the God Elector Forum. The tall arch is adorned with exquisite carvings, reflecting the magnificent chandeliers hanging from the arch. The wide marble floor was polished to a dazzling finish, reflecting the soft moonlight that fell from the tall windows. Entering the hall, ancient and exquisite furniture is arranged along the walls. Ancient paintings and sculptures adorn the walls. It looks ferocious and eerie. A magnificent and grand long table is placed in the center of the hall, with the tabletop covered in gorgeous fabrics and exquisite tableware. On both sides of the long table are neatly arranged and exquisitely carved seats, shining brightly under the light. The Lord's Hall will automatically upgrade as the Lord's power grows. I heard that after obtaining territory, the hall will be completely transformed. Even become a king's capital directly. May I ask, who doesn't want to become a king and compete for power? The temptation of power and power is unstoppable. Don't worry, take it step by step. Nascent development, don't be reckless. Recruit exclusive units first. Cao Ang also knows some knowledge about the Lord. I also consulted the class leader privately. The Lord's Hall is the core of a territory and also a place to recruit exclusive troops. At the beginning of the first trial, the Lord did not have the ability to protect himself. Like an apostle, not only will their physical fitness improve, but they will also acquire different combat skills based on their profession. By relying on skills, the apostles can quickly level up by killing wild monsters. On the other hand, the Lord has almost zero combat ability. Therefore, whether for personal safety or hunting wild monsters, Recruiting troops is the top priority. There are various types of troops. From goblins to dragons. The qualifications of military branches are divided into 6 levels. Normal, lower, middle, upper, crown. And according to legend, above the crown, there is a divine throne. The higher the qualification of a military unit, the greater its growth potential. For example, the Beast of Biman, the Crown Division, has a growth potential of at least S.level, Holy Domain level. Cao Ang's Golden Finger. Monster Fusion System. The function is to fuse different branches into new branches through source materials. 5 branches plus source of mutation equals mutant creatures. 3 branches plus source of darkness equals dark creatures. 2 branches plus immortal source equals ancient creatures. Exclusive branch plus old source equals old creatures. When the Eternal Tower wins, it will receive a monster treasure chest. 4 types of source materials and other rewards can be offered. The newbie gift package given by the system contains an old source. This means that Cao Ang can integrate an exclusive unit. With an excited mood, Cao Ang sat in a seat in the hall. The new lord has a free opportunity to recruit exclusive troops. Recruit troops. Suddenly, a voice rang out in his mind. A curtain of light appeared before my eyes. Randomizing exclusive units. Random completion. Obtain troops. Dark Elves, King of Hills, Headless Knights, Blazing Rooster, Destroyer Lizard. Please note that you need to choose one of the above 5 branches as your exclusive branch. Exclusive branches have uniqueness. Once selected, they cannot be changed. Please choose carefully. The cue sound in my mind ends. Looking at the light curtain in front of me, Cao Ang took a cold breath. Oh no. Out of the 5 branches, there are actually 4 top-level branches. What kind of bad luck is this? If it's a draw before crossing. Cao Ang must have taken a screenshot and posted it in the group. Among the hundreds of lords on the Blue Sea Star, the exclusive branches are mostly ordinary and subordinate branches. There are few mid-level or higher level units. As for the Crown Division, I have hardly heard of it. Sure enough, hanging on has always been enjoyable. Additionally, exclusive branches have uniqueness. Once owned by a lord, other lords will not be able to obtain it. Dark Elves, King of Hills, Headless Knights, Destroying Lizards. I want everything. Unfortunately, we can only choose one. Looking at the projection in the light curtain, Cao Ang still made a choice. I've decided it's you. Destroy the giant lizard. The reason is very simple. The destructive giant lizard has the largest body size. Big is good, big is beautiful. Destruction of the giant lizard plus old source equals. In the Lord's Hall, an indescribable atmosphere permeated. Suddenly, a deep, blurry voice echoed in this empty hall. It's like a murmur coming from deep underground, or like the mournful cry of the wind passing through cracks. This voice is intermittent, like an ancient spell, both unfamiliar and familiar, making people shudder. It hovers in every crack and corner, gradually converging into an invisible pressure that makes people restless. The creatures in those murals seem to have come to life, their eyes sharper, as if they were about to jump out of the wall. The candle flickered endlessly, and everything vanished in an instant. Congratulations, you have obtained the exclusive branch. Godzilla, spending coins can recruit the Godzilla army. Recruitment requirements. Godzilla. 1,000 gold coins, Red Lotus Godzilla. 50,000 gold coins, unlocked with territory, Planet Godzilla. 2 million gold coins, with plane unlocking, Godzilla Lava Supreme. The initial blazing sun of the Godzilla source. Note. When recruiting troops, there is a chance to give birth to hero units. Hero units have a 6-grid equipment grid and can be revived by building a hero altar. Godzilla. Woohoo, take off. When I think of Mr. GE's physique, he breathes a sigh. Isn't this a reckless killing? Recruiting a Godzilla requires 1,000 gold coins. At the same price, you can recruit 10 crown-level troops. Ordinary troops only require 1.5 gold coins per unit. But Cao Ang doesn't think it's expensive. This is Godzilla. Owl. Chapter 3. Summoning, Monster King. Seeking fresh flowers. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Cao Ang silently recited in his heart. Open the personal information panel. A blue light curtain appeared in his field of vision. Selected by God. Cao Ang, occupation. Lord, title. None, level. LV0, skill. Old Master, legend level. 0, territory. None, exclusive branch. Godzilla, unique, gold coin. 0, backpack. Lord luxury gift pack. Cao Ang takes out the luxury gift package, opens it and randomly receives 999.1888 gold coins. The new owner's benefit is only 99 gold coins. And the newbie benefits of the apostles are all weapons. To avoid the apostles having to hammer wild monsters with their bare hands. Cao Ang is an activation code warrior. Related. The starting point of the gift package is 999. Open the gift package. I received 1666 gold coins in one go. With so many coins, if we recruit ordinary troops, we can already pull up a small army. But there are good things that are expensive. Cao Ang did not hesitate. Choose recruitment now. 1,000 gold coins disappear. Almost simultaneously. The night sky outside the Lord's Hall was suddenly torn apart by a dazzling light. A huge black vortex formed under starlight. Like a rift in an abyss, devouring all the light around it. Suddenly, a deafening roar echoed through the sky. A huge figure gradually emerged, like a moving mountain peak. The huge dorsal fin on its back is like a battleship breaking through waves, and every scale shimmers with a cold and hard luster in the darkness. 100-meter-tall monster appeared in front of Cao Ang. Crawling down, emitting a long and shocking roar. Cao Ang took a slight breath. Looking at Godzilla's massive body. It's simply. Thai pants are spicy. Immediately open Godzilla's information panel to view. Godzilla, camp. Old days, loyalty. 100, level. LV 60, qualification. Divine throne, above crown, potential. SSS, abilities. Atomic breath, titanic power, unyielding fighting spirit, level. A, Cao Ang, Omega, Omega, initial level 60. Qualification God seat, growth potential SSS. A. Level, natural disaster level giant beast. Worth it Godzilla, too strong. Cao Ang was sincerely shocked. On the forum of Heilong Xing, some selected individuals have leaked some information. The cheapest ordinary unit, with an initial level of 0, potential of F, and a maximum level limit of only 9. Lower level unit, initial level 3, potential limit will not exceed level D. Mid-level unit, initial level 5, potential limit will not exceed level B. Superior branch, initial level 8, potential limit will not exceed level A. Further up, it's unknown. It can only be inferred that the growth potential limit of the Crown Division should not exceed the SS level. In the Tower of Eternity, the levels range from F to SSS, with each level corresponding to 10 levels. The beginning of C. Order is higher order. Among them, A. Level is a natural disaster level. The S. Level is the holy domain level. The SS level is a demigod level. SSS level is divine level. These are all basic information. It's easy to find. Meanwhile, Cao Ang has a confusion. Godzilla's growth potential has already reached SSS, divine level. Red Lotus Godzilla, Planet Godzilla, and even higher. How exaggerated that would be. Thinking of this, Cao Ang's heart was uplifted. Full of fighting spirit. I even want to say, who else is there? Cao Ang looked at Godzilla's huge figure. What's a good name to choose? The future will definitely summon more Godzilla. It's not possible to use Arabic numerals. After thinking for a moment, he said, just call yourself Big Fat. Roar-The Pang let out a roar. Cao Ang felt its joy. It's just that the wind is blowing and he's about to fly. Big Fat, go hunting outside and give the island a bit of Godzilla shock. Without hesitation, Big Fat turned around and left. The ground trembled. The chubby figure slowly disappeared into the moonlight. There are no wild monsters near where Cao Ang descended. Even if there were estimates, I was scared away by Big Fat. Watching Big Pang disappear, Cao Ang returned to the Lord's Hall. Fighting and upgrading is not something that Lords should do. He just needs to stay in the Lord's Hall and wait for news. Quickly, the Eternal Tower sent a series of kill message prompts. Your Godzilla fatty kills level 10 dark crabs. As a Lord, you gain a bonus and your strength slightly increases. Your Godzilla Depang destroyed the small monster nest and received 168 gold coins. With a chubby physique and strength. Dealing with these low-level wild monsters should not be too simple. A-level refers to the moving natural disaster. Being overweight only requires passing through, which is a disaster. At the same time, if the troops kill, the Lord can also receive rewards. If compared to a game, it's like a pet fighting monsters, and the owner can gain experience. With such skill, Cao Ang has already been promoted to 1 level. Within the Tower of Eternity, each level of improvement is crucial. Although the Lord does not have the physique of an apostle. But now Cao Ang feels like he can easily beat himself 10 times before. In addition, upgrading can also extend the lifespan. Although the Eternal Tower has only descended on the blue planet for 3 years. But the concepts of time on both sides are different. It is very likely that you have been inside the Tower of Eternity for 100 years, and only a few hours have passed since the blue star. If this continues, I reckon we'll be able to break through a level in less than a week. The Tower of Eternity is the real world, and breaking levels does not require any tasks. The essence of trial is plunder. As long as you plunder enough, you can level up. For Lords, a branch is a weapon. When a unit kills an enemy, the power of the Lord will also be enhanced. The island of trial is very large, even if Big Fat walks for a month, he can't finish it. Depang killed hundreds of wild monsters but did not break the gold coin. It can be seen from this how low the explosion rate inside the Eternal Tower is. Only by destroying the monster's lair can there be a gold coin reward. But the nest is not so easy to reach. There is still one small wild monster nest left before the second Godzilla. Cao Ang is not in a hurry either. The time span of a trial is very large. It can be as short as a few years, as long as a decade or even longer. But no matter how long you stayed at the Tower of Eternity, the real time is the same. Whether it's the loser or the ultimate winner. All will leave the Eternal Tower at the same time. In an instant, it is eternal. Chapter 4. Purgatory Dragon vs Storm Giant. Seeking freshness. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. When Depang was killing everyone in all directions. Cao Ang is not idle either. Hunting alone to earn coins is not enough. To be rich, first farm. This is a privilege exclusive to lords. However, if there is no territory, additional gold coins need to be spent to cultivate wasteland. The lord can plant various crops, herbs, and magic plants. There are many choices. But I haven't exposed any seeds, I can only go to the trading platform to see. The Eternal Tower has no recharge channels or shopping malls. The Divine Selector can only trade or kill monsters to obtain certain items. Of course, there is another situation. There is a chance that items will drop when killing other Divine Selectors. The unlucky possibility is that all the trial gains will be drained of essence. During his speech, Cao Ang reached out his hand. There is a silver-white mark of the Eternal Tower on the back of the hand. This is the seal of the Chosen One. If you fail in the trial, the imprint will disappear. Immediately, Cao Ang reached out to touch the mark, and a row of virtual buttons appeared. Eternal Tower. First floor, remaining personnel. 997-6123, Endless Island Chat Channel, God's Choice Trading Platform, Honor Points Ranking. There are quite a few people this time. There have been so many miracles before, and the number of new recruits is around 1 million. This time it's close to 10 million. Of course, this number is constantly decreasing. The more choices there are, the more intense the competition becomes. There will only be one ultimate winner. Everyone is your enemy. I don't know how many lords there are this time. Peers are enemies. Not to mention in the Tower of Eternity. The rewards obtained by defeating the Lord are much greater than those of the Apostles. Open the God-selected trading platform. Although they are in a competitive relationship. But it does not hinder the operation of the trading platform. At first glance, there are very few items on the shelves, all of which are daily necessities. Some even took off their clothes and put them on the shelves. The child is driven crazy by poverty. The grains, magic plants, and spiritual medicine seeds that Cao Ang needs for cultivation are not sold on the platform at all. This is also normal. Not everyone is like him, destroying the beast's nest from the beginning. Big and mighty. The first floor of the Eternal Tower does not have any veteran divine selection. Everyone is a newcomer. Hello newcomer, the yard is full of chives. Piggy, of course you need to fatten it before killing it. The island is so big, Cao Ang is exploring alone and doesn't know how long it will take. Subsequently, close the trading platform and open the chat channel. The chat channel is also very hot. The barrage in a live broadcast room with 100,000 people can cover the entire screen. Not to mention the chat channels of millions of people. Hundreds of messages flashed by in the blink of an eye. Labor and capital have randomly arrived at the Lord, brothers are waiting for brother to harvest. A plant. Is there anyone to join the Lord? First, eliminate all the lords. The island is so big, how can you hide it and find it? Envy, I'm just a knight. What's the use of it? Woo, at least you're still a combat profession, I'm just a pastor. Sigh, I feel like I can't live for a day and don't want to be eliminated, do I? Come on, let's be more open-minded. We're all going to be eliminated. Actually, it's okay. Even if you're eliminated, you'll still be considered a little superhero after going out. What are you afraid of? That's right, being selected already earns a lot of money. I heard that as long as you reach level 5, you will have a lifespan of at least 200 years. Gone. As soon as you say that, I'm suddenly not afraid. Even if I die, I'll be promoted 1 level. That's right, instead of being cheap with the last person, it's better to fight against the wild monster. I don't think it's appropriate. Only by living can we have a chance. What profession is brother upstairs, so optimistic? I'm not talented, little lord. One exclusive unit is the title demon. Lord Dog, I'm in a hurry, Apostle Pig is in a hurry, ... There are so many lords this time, why am I not one of them? That's because the number of people has increased. Didn't you see that there are 10 million new members this time? Damn it, I realized I was mistaken. I'll be obedient, 10 times more than before. Done, it's even harder now. Do you have a lord with you? By the way, have you ever come out and expose your exclusive troops? Let's have a look. Isn't it all on the forum? Even ordinary units with poor luck are only lower and middle units with good luck. That's not entirely true. My exclusive unit is the Inferno Dragon. Gone. Dragon Clan, Crown Division, so unlucky, there will be another Dragon Emperor in the human race. What is the unit of the Inferno Dragon? Sorry, my unit is the Crown Division Storm Giant, versatile in sea, land, and air. In addition, I am planning to establish the Storm Alliance. Apostles who want to join the top 10,000 can join. The quota is limited, first come, first served. The Lord has a double crown, do the apostles have it? I remember the Lord is not invincible, right? Come on, the rate of new trial lords reaching the summit is 89.9%. Do you think you are one of the top 10 heavenly kings? Immortals. Asterisk, Yao asterisk, ha 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 ha. The emergence of crown lords suddenly, it made the chat channel boil. There is no other reason, if a lord has a high level unit, he can almost schedule the first trial. Among the Sea Blue Star Divine Selectors, the Crown Lord has only appeared once. That's the Dragon Emperor. Mooching City. Two major Crown Lords were strung together at once. Purgatory Dragon vs Storm Giant. Once the news reaches the Blue Sea Star, it will definitely cause a global shock. Not to mention the presence of major forces, even town-level entities will not be able to sit still. Because the Eternal Tower has become the future of the Blue Ocean Star. The future of the human race. Which force doesn't want such talent? Anyone who can become a Crown Lord, giving money, resources, or women is just a small gesture. With the Dragon Emperor in front, no one would doubt the growth potential of the Crown Lord. Now, the Eternal Tower has opened to the second floor. But only the winners of the first trial in the second layer are eligible to enter. Some people speculate that if the first level is a trial, then the second level may be the real battlefield. The kind of life and death. Did the number of people break 10,000 so quickly? It's really great. The Storm Giant is in hand, and there are so many piglets, apostles. In the future, I'll see how you fight me. Infernal Dragon. It's just a flying lizard. How can I compete with my Storm Giant? Somewhere on the island, a young man named Kill Matt was standing on a cliff, crouching and laughing wildly. Standing behind him is a giant with a body size of up to 10 meters and muscles like metal. Trial first, I am determined. When speaking, it all shows arrogance. As the only two Crown Lords, he is fully qualified to be arrogant. Compared to the Purgatory Dragon, he is confident that his Storm Giant will not lose. Moreover, the Storm Giant is more versatile and can adapt to various environments. Early development is the main focus. When it develops, harvest these piglets. The top 10,000. There are so many people who believe in deceiving children. I don't believe it, you have me fast. With this in mind, the young master ordered the Storm Giant to continue hunting. The early lords had a possibility of capsizing in the sewer. He wants to harvest a large number of apostles. We must have absolute crushing power. Otherwise, many professionals. Even the top-ranked troops cannot withstand it. Watching the distant Storm Giant, the young man of Kill Matt grinned his front teeth. In another hour, I will be able to reach level 1. Who else is there? Chapter 5, Second Godzilla, Neserio. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the Territory Hall. After watching the Crown battle for a while, Cao Ang closed the chat channel. He was not surprised to learn that a lord had randomly selected the Crown division. The world is vast, and there will always be a European emperor who will come out to give a severe blow to non-chieftains. He definitely. There are more than 2 crown lords. There are always people who like to be the 6th child. It's better to have a crown lord. Whether it's the Storm Giant Lord or the Purgatory Dragon Lord. In Cao Ang's eyes, they are all green chives that shine brightly. After all, A.level Chubby is already capable of handling a large number of crown-level troops. Wait until his Godzilla army is formed. That scene should not be too brutal. Economic development needs to be promoted. If only we could discover a city. Within the Tower of Eternity, monsters are divided into 2 categories. One type is wild monsters with low intelligence. Another type is intelligent organisms. Generally speaking, intelligent creatures will gather and station in the city walls. According to the revelations on the forum. If we can capture a city where intelligent creatures are stationed, not only can you obtain a large amount of gold coins, but you can also obtain various resources, even building blueprints. Cao Ang's current strength is not a problem in winning a city. Now we are only waiting to discover one city. The time arrived on the 2nd day. Cao Ang woke up naturally after sleeping. He probably has the heart to sleep. It's not his fault either. He is a lord, and there is no need for him to do rough work. Why not sleep? A huge beast was crawling not far from the hall. The second Godzilla. Neserio. Yesterday, Depang destroyed a small wild monster nest again. We have gathered enough gold coins to summon Neserio. This is also the reason why he can sleep peacefully. Full of security. In addition, Cao Ang discovered that there were also differences between Godzilla. For example, although Neserio is about the same height as Big Fat. But Depang was noticeably fatter, while Neserio looked more robust. The abilities of both are not exactly the same. Apart from the original atomic emission of the house. The other 2 abilities of Depang are titanic power and unyielding fighting spirit. Neserio's strength lies in the power of the earth and his unwavering determination. Titan's power enhances strength, and indomitable fighting spirit is a combination of healing and dominance. The power of the earth enhances defense, and perseverance not only restores health but also reduces damage. Depang leans towards heavy warriors, while Neserio leans towards front-row tanks. Last night, Cao Ang summarized the currently known information. Apart from capturing the monster lair and city, there is also an opportunity to earn coins. That's playing world boss. In each trial scenario on the 1st level, there is the presence of the Guardian of the Eternal Tower. Killing the Guardian can earn rich rewards. Coins, equipment, skills, potions, blueprints, seeds, but the Guardians are powerful and often need to be tested in the later stages to have the opportunity to challenge. Even the chosen ones need to join forces to fight. Therefore, the Guardian is also known as the world boss. The strength of the Guardian is powerful. But it's only for newcomers. The levels of Guardians that have been exposed on the forum are all in the range of level 58 to level 68. There has never been an existence beyond the A.order. Cao Ang feels that it's very creative left Big Fat right Neserios. It's not at all empty, okay. Roar. A deafening roar suddenly erupted from the distant mountains and forests. Cao Ang happened to be outside the hall. Looking sideways, one can only see a burst of golden light. Is this the leader? He remembers saying it on the forum. There is a special unit in the wild monster. The leader. The monsters inside the Tower of Eternity are created by rules. It is very likely that a leader will suddenly appear near you. However, a few days before the trial, the leader of the wild monster will not actively attack the Lord's Hall. If it's on the face, then let's talk about it separately. It is worth mentioning that the Lord's Hall can be retracted and moved. Otherwise, the Lord would be a living target. However, it will cost gold coins to reopen the Lord's Hall. Neserio's massive body slowly moved. His huge eyes were like burning rubies, staring in the direction of the leader's refresh. Neserio lowered his head and the air echoed with a buzzing sound. The blue light flickered on its spine, and its back began to accumulate energy. A strong blue and white beam bruise from deep down its throat, and atoms exhale like a shooting star cutting through the sky. At the moment of contact with the monster, a tremendous energy exploded, illuminating the entire sky. Your Godzilla Neserio kills the level 30 bear monster leader and earns 50 gold coins, exquisite long sword. A hot current poured into Cao Ang's body. He is now at level 4. It's not far from level 5 either. Surprisingly, the leader exploded with gold coins. There is one more piece of equipment. Exquisite long sword, level. Blue, attack strength. E, additional effect. Sword chi wave, introduction. A long sword that can wield sword energy. Cao Ang waved his long sword a few times. It's quite handy. At present, only he can use this thing. In the Tower of Eternity, lords, like heroes, can only carry 6 pieces of equipment. Excess cannot take effect. The apostles can carry 8 pieces of equipment. Immediately, he waved his sword energy towards the bushes. This is every boy's childhood dream. Just as Cao Ang was wielding his sword energy to mow the grass. Suddenly receiving information about being overweight. Lords and branches can communicate with each other through thoughts. No need to give commands face.to.face. Big fat, I found the city. Wavy line, equipment level. White, blue, purple, pink, crimson, legend, epic, holy relic, myth. Chapter 6. Queen of Natural Disasters, Elsa. You are listening at novel full.audio. In the depths of the lush forest, there is hidden a city made up of a huge tree trunk and winding vines. The towering trees that rise into the clouds have been cleverly transformed into intricate towers and bridges, as if a part of the forest has grown naturally. The city wall is made up of bark and branches, which over time merge with the trunk and become indistinguishable. The buildings in the city are full of vitality, with windows shaped like leaves, shining with mottled sunlight. The roof is covered with moss and wildflowers, attracting the habitation of various strange creatures. On the city wall, a group of forest elves held long bows and wands, ready to stand guard. They have dark green eyes and skin with a faint leaf-like color, as if blending with nature. The hair is long and thick, with a dark green color, shimmering with the radiance of leaves in the sunlight. The clothing is lightweight, made of materials like leaves, vines, and soft moss woven together, both elegant and harmonious with the environment. Elsa, the queen of elves, looked at Godzilla, who was 100 meters tall outside the city, filled with confusion. The elf guard on the side said, "Queen, the natural barrier is almost unsustainable." Elsa put down her scepter in her hand. This time, the lower bound, first level, is here to mix qualifications. I didn't expect to encounter such a monster. Elsa sighed and said sorrowfully, how could this monster be on the first floor? Looking at Godzilla's massive body and ferocious back, I felt a wave of powerlessness in my heart. Her proud natural magic could not harm and shake the giant beast at all. You should know that she is a member of the Elf King clan, who entered the C.level at the age of 180. After sighing, Elsa felt even more confused in her heart. Besides the guardians, wild monsters cannot be so strong. And the guardians will not attack the city, only. Impossible, absolutely impossible. The trial has just begun, how could there be such a powerful existence? The more she thought, the more confused Elsa walked into a dead end. Great Mother Nature, please guide me in the direction of progress. Elsa closed her eyes and prayed to the World Tree. Immediately, Elsa's golden eyes trembled. After a moment of silence, he said, Mother, I understand. Dong. The sound of vibration came from afar. From afar, Cao Ang saw Pang. Big fat. Neserio. Roar. Pang let out a deep roar first. I was born first, I am the eldest brother. Neserio raised his head and responded. Okay, big brother. Accompanied by a gentle breeze. Elsa descended from the sky and appeared in front of Cao Ang. Even now, Cao Ang is still somewhat surprised. Just now. When Pang is preparing to break through the protective barrier of the city and then kill in all directions. The opposite side opened the city gate and surrendered. Cao Ang pondered for a second and chose to accept. Anyway, he is not at a loss. Firstly, he needs manpower now, and having Godzilla alone is not enough. He doesn't need intelligent life either. Otherwise, he will have to handle everything himself. Mainly, the effect of old dominance. The unit that joined him will automatically change to the old camp. And the loyalty is full. Elsa brought the forest elves and met the Lord. I have seen Lord. After speaking, everyone knelt down together. Seeing this, Cao Ang had to cover his nose. This scene is a bit overwhelming. I haven't seen this battle before. Numerous old believers detected, you have activated the Lord's skill blessing. The reminder of the Eternal Tower sounded. Cao Ang quickly clicked on it to check. Blessing. A blessing on the existence that believes in you. The introduction is very simple. Cao Ang is not stingy either. A shot was directed at Elsa. The Lord's Hall echoed with eerie echoes, and a powerful energy poured into Elsa's body, causing her form to change. Elsa's body was gradually surrounded by pure light, and her originally emerald green leaf skin became even more crystal clear, as if sculpted from frost and jade. Her long hair turned into a silver shimmering star, each one resembling a flowing Milky Way. Her eyes are like a deep night sky, containing the brilliance of stars and the power of storms. Her arms extended into slender branches, covered in sparkling dewdrops. Roots sprouted under her feet, deeply rooted in the soil, closely connected to the Mother Earth. Behind her lay a pair of huge wings woven from ice crystals and the power of the wind, each vibration capable of causing a dance of breeze and snowflakes. Your branch, the forest elf Queen Elsa, has been blessed and evolved into a disaster elf. Elsa was influenced by you and awakened to become a hero. The Queen of Natural Disasters, Queen of the Scourge. Elsa, meet your master, you are the Supreme Old Lord, you are the source and end of everything. Chapter 7. Moonwell and Hunter's Hall. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Cao Ang's expression was surprised. The Old Lord, all sources and ends. This title is quite impressive. Unfortunately, he is only a low-level lord now. Get up, Elsa. Yes, Lord. Elsa has released her transformation state. Bow down and bow in salute. Elsa has changed her appearance now. Apart from appearance, there is a particularly noticeable change in temperament. His gaze faded from holiness, filled with wildness and fierceness. His first hero. Cao Ang is full of expectations. Queen of Natural Disasters. Elsa, Camp. Old Days, Loyalty. 100, Level. LV 52, Qualification. Crown Title, Potential. SS, Talent. Natural Disaster comes, Ability. Blizzard, Dark Funeral, Extreme Cold Barrier, Rampage Water Element. Equipment. None, Level. B. Cao Ang looked at Elsa's panel information with joy. Inside the Eternal Tower. The initial level of heroes is level 0. Even after transitioning from a military unit to a hero, the level will be reset to 0. But Elsa is an exception. Can we say that units that receive blessings not only evolve, but their levels will not be reset to 0? Cao Ang was surprised by this idea. If that's really the case, it would be too extreme. But when you think about it, he himself is very rebellious. It's okay then. It's nice to go against the weather, he likes it. After Elsa became a hero, her strength greatly increased. Previously, she was just a high-level caster, level 45, level C. Now, the strength has risen by a large rank. In addition, heroes have their own talents. Elsa's natural disaster falls under the category of transformation talents. The effect is very awesome. After the transformation, the casting range, damage and casting cooldown are increased. Plus, she has over 20 abilities. As long as the magic is sufficient, move the firepower turret safely. Finally, there is equipment. The equipment of the monsters and the chosen ones in the Eternal Tower is not the same. After Elsa joined Cao Ang, her equipment had already shattered. Including those forest elves, the same applies. In this way, things seem to be getting more complicated. Lord, why are you troubled? Elsa respectfully stepped forward, and Cao Ang smelled a refreshing fragrance. I explained the current situation. Elsa smiled at the words. Lord, don't worry. Clap your hands as you speak. A group of forest elves lifted several large boxes up. Lord, please take a look. The box opened, and a golden light filled his eyes. Gold coins, a box full of gold coins. Cao Ang swallowed his saliva. In addition to gold coins, there are also magic plant seeds and architectural drawings. The gold coins didn't need to be counted, and with a wave of his hand, he went straight into his backpack. A total of 48 pieces. Ding recharged successfully. Others, the situation is as follows. Golden wheat seeds, noctilucent grape seeds, sunflower seeds, fried dough twists vines. These are all lingu and maji. Eating it is very beneficial for the body. Like luminous grapes, consuming them not only restores their own magic but also increases the total amount of magic. Magic may not have a specific numerical value reflected. But it's important, like when Cao Ang swings his sword energy wave, he has to consume his own magic. Besides these, the most crucial architectural drawings. Moon Well unlocked, resource requirements. 8,000 units of wood, 999 units of moonstone, and 648 units of refined iron ore. Gold coin cost. 100 pieces, effect. Increases the magic recovery of all friendly units, stackable, instructions for use. After collecting the necessary resources and coins for construction, issue a construction command to an open space, not a wild monster nest or city. For lords, architectural drawings are crucial. Because only by unlocking the drawings can relevant buildings be constructed. Otherwise, even if the resources are sufficient, it will be of no use. In reality, it is almost impossible for building drawings to be leaked. In the trial, if the apostle obtains the blueprint, they can consider selling it for a good price. In reality, gold coins still have purchasing power. Although the chosen one cannot enter the Eternal Tower after failure. But everything else is normal. Equipment and skills can be used as usual. Even rumors have spread that some influential individuals have developed methods for practicing in reality. It is said to be closely related to gold coins. Many times, even if slaughtered. The Lord also had to buy the architectural drawings. Because although the Lord is a son profession of the Eternal Tower. But equally cruel, if the Lord fails and dies. Returning to the sea blue star without a territory, it is impossible to summon the Lord's hall and troops. It can be said that everything of a lord is built upon becoming the first in trials. Only by being the first in the trial can one obtain territory. It is normal for eliminated lords to perform worse than apostles on the blue sea star. But still many people want to become lords. Because, Lord, it is truly strong. Even if one of the 10 heavenly kings wins the trial. But compared to other equally victorious lords, it is a bit vulnerable. This gap will continue to widen. Here at Cao Ang, except for the Moon-Well blueprint. There is also a blueprint for the Hunter Hall. The function is to build equipment and research technology. Although the troops cannot wear equipment. But there is technology that belongs specifically to the branches of the military. For example, the Hunter's Bow. After the research is completed, a bow can be assembled to enhance the range and penetration of the troops. However, equipping troops with technology also requires spending coins. At first glance, the newly obtained coins seem a bit useless. Chapter 8. Kogas, Endless Feast. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Soon, a group of female elves became busy and enthusiastic. The ones who chop trees, the ones who build houses, every elf's face is filled with passion. After the loyalty reaches its full value. Even Cao Ang doesn't need to paint pancakes. Just give the command, and the elf will definitely fulfill it. Perhaps faith is so fanatical. However, Cao Ang still said that everyone has a chance to receive blessings. Join the glorious evolution. The reason is not to bestow all blessings at once. Mainly because the body is a bit overwhelmed. After blessing Elsa, Cao Ang felt a bit sore in his waist. Cao Ang sat in front of the hall, watching the cool elves work. Elsa was grilling him meat on the side. By the way, tell him the intelligence she knows about the Eternal Tower. Lord, due to the rules, I am unable to disclose any information above the first level to you. Subsequently, Elsa shared with Cao Ang the information she knew about the first layer. One of the messages stirred Cao Ang's emotions. On the first floor, there is a dormant world tree seedling guarded by a guardian in the center of the island. Except for the world tree itself, which is quite tall. For him, it's also a big treasure. The Lord's explosive weapons are not just about gold coins. In addition to exclusive branches, there can be incubation and incubation in the Lord's Hall. All other branches of the army require a barracks. The world tree seedlings are undoubtedly a super large barracks. But the world tree seedlings are not so easy to obtain. Elsa said that the guardians guarding the seedlings are very skilled. It could be at the holy domain level. Until night falls. Elves have strong hands. On abilities. Rows of exquisite and splendid wooden houses have been built. The cultivated forest has been planted with lingam magic plants. It's a bit expensive, it costs a total of 80 gold coins. It's worth half a Godzilla. Originally, Cao Ang planned to take a night off. I didn't expect Elsa to take the lead in opposing. The enthusiasm for work is very high. The Lord's gaze is on the direction of our progress. After speaking, the group of elves went hunting and collecting resources. Except for Elsa, who is of beat order. A group of elves have levels between 20 and 40. The resources needed for Hunter Hall are easy to collect after all. Cao Ang built a 3-story purple Hunter Hall in the open space. Study weapon technology and armor technology for Miss Elves. Then equip Elsa with a blue enchantment set. After this process, there are only 1008 gold coins left. Then, Big Fat and Neserio welcomed their new companions. Kogas. This name was chosen by Cao Ang after looking at the information panel. Godzilla, Camp. Old Days, Loyalty. 100, Level. LV 60, Qualification. Divine Throne, Above Crown, Potential. SSS, Ability. Atomic Breathing, Endless Feast, Radiation Symbiosis, Level. A, Endless Feast. Devouring minerals enhances strength, and the stronger the energy contained in minerals, the higher the effect. Radiation Symbiosis. Within the range, enemies receive radiation damage, and allies and themselves gain a fast healing effect. As is well known, the higher the level, the more difficult it is to upgrade. Like Big Fat, they have an initial level of 60. If we only deal with the little Karami on the island, we won't be able to level up for a year or two. Endless Feast can allow Kogas to devour minerals and upgrade. Undoubtedly, it provided Cao Ang with new ideas. It would be great if we could create a mining blueprint. As long as there are corresponding drawings. The Lord can directly mine. You don't need to search everywhere on the map. Endless and inexhaustible. Meanwhile, mineral drawings are many times more expensive than other drawings. Often able to sell for a sky-high price. Radiation symbiosis can not only cause large-scale radiation damage, but also buff friendly forces. Can you count it as the nanny in Godzilla? After it's done. Neserio, Kogas, and Elsa lead a team of elves to go hunting separately. Depang guarded his home. When encountering uncertainty, call for an atomic breath. If it really doesn't work, let's have another round. Don't you see, the full-power, geocentric cannon? After a moment, the Eternal Tower began to receive system prompts. One of them caught Cao Ang's attention. Your hero Elsa, killed the chosen one, Sima E, honor points +1. Has a divine selector touched it nearby? Cao Ang has finally unlocked the first drop of blood. I don't know if this unlucky guy broke the gold coin. During the trial, killing other selected gods can earn glory points. When leaving the Eternal Tower, honor points can be exchanged for rewards. Naturally, the higher the points, the better the reward. Cao Ang didn't demand too much glory points either. At present, he definitely won't go find someone to kill. Moreover, in the later stages of the trial, points will increase every day. Open the honor points chart. The top-ranked one is approaching 3 digits. How long has it been since I killed Red Eyes? Probably an assassin-type apostle. Chapter 9. Auction of Equipment. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. A new day has arrived. Cao Ang woke up from the house built for him by the elves. At the same time, 2 beautiful figures walked in and said in unison. Lord! Wake up under the service of the elves. Cao Ang lamented how quickly he had fallen. After tasting the craftsmanship of elves. Anna and Tyrant accompany me for a walk. Yes, Lord. Set a long string of 999 plus messages as read while walking. Then open the backpack. Because the wild monster drops directly into the Lord's backpack. Oh, good guy. I saw more than 10 pieces of various equipment in the backpack. In addition, there are also some consumable potions and the like. There are also over 200 gold coins. The key is to have another drawing. I received quite a lot of goods this night. Open the trading platform by hand. A lot of things have already appeared above. Cao Ang hung up all 10 white equipment and 5 blue equipment. The price of a blue equipment fluctuates between 50 gold coins and 100 gold coins. After so many trials, many items have transparent prices. If the price is set too high, no one will buy it. Blue equipment. Iron armored boots, auction time. 24 hours, equipment second sale. 88 gold coins, equipment owner. Cao Ang, 88 gold coins, make friends. Not too expensive. Cao Ang mainly came to try the water. The Hunter Hall itself can produce blue equipment. The price of a piece of equipment ranges from 40 to 50 gold coins. 5 seconds later. The equipment listed by Cao Ang was swept away. He still underestimated the purchasing power of the island's chosen ones. Without hesitation, start crafting blue equipment. With the gradual release of blue-level equipment. The chat channel on the island was immediately a sensation. So many blue equipment, all from one person's hands. Almost occupied the homepage of the trading platform. As long as you enter the trading platform, you can see it. Damn it. So many blue equipment. Boss, how many days have you been here? Oh my goodness. I just reached level 1 when someone wholesale blew equipment. This is the Lord, surprisingly revealing the architectural drawings. Who is Cao Ang? I haven't heard of him before, I guess he's just a lucky lord. With such a high profile now, let's see. The outcome will be very tragic. Real name Envy, how many gold coins should this be? Tua, Slutling, slow down, are you all so wealthy? This Cao Ang is not easy. He ran in front of 2 crown lords in one go. Do you mean there are still experts I see hanging? Just having gold coins is not enough without the rank of the troops. Sigh, it's enough to hang us first-level apostles. I have decided, I want to watch the final battle in the later stage of the trial. The appearance of dozens of blue equipment shook the entire island. And it has attracted countless selected individuals to discuss on chat channels. As the 4 items continued to ferment, Cao Ang's name became more and more known to the chosen ones. Some even placed him in the same position as the 2 crown lords. Meanwhile, countless people are also envious. How many coins do we need to earn here? The key is that you can't stop buying. Especially the apostles. Equipment is crucial to them. The disclosure of wild monster equipment is very low. Wholesale equipment like a lord. The apostolic profession is simply unimaginable. Adding 1 more advanced equipment increases the survival rate. There is a consensus on the Eternal Tower. Even if eliminated, we must endure until the later stage. Apostles are different from lords. The lord has only one way to win the championship. The apostles who were eliminated a few days ago, and the apostles who were eliminated in the last few days. The difference between them can be said to be vastly different. So, if the apostles have gold coins on them, they will spend them as soon as possible to enhance their combat effectiveness. At this moment, the renowned storm giant lord on the island spoke up. Cao Ang, he is just a lucky lord. At most, he is a superior lord who has created a workshop-type blueprint. I promise that all brothers and sisters who join the Storm Alliance can buy equipment at half price. The leader is mighty. The words of the storm giant lord drew a lot of support. But it has nothing to do with Cao Ang. His pace of making money has not been affected. There are still over 9 million apostles on the island. I don't worry about not having a market to sell. After all, everyone is not a fool. Support while grabbing equipment. No delay in both. Chapter 10. The Xiongren clan will never be slave. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Somewhere on the island. A young man with a gloomy expression who could water out. Damn it. Damn Cao Ang. The young man who killed Mate was very angry, except for being robbed of the limelight. He originally intended to cooperate with Cao Ang, but his private chat was rejected. Although there is no friend function inside the Eternal Tower, you can chat privately. He is the leader of the Storm Alliance, the Lord of the Storm Giants. How can one remain depressed for a long time? With so many gold coins, he was envious. If given to him, he can summon a large number of Storm Giants. Ah, why wasn't I the one who leaked the drawings? I am the son of fate. Those surnamed Cao, wait. Kill the young man and speak harshly. I secretly felt fierce in my heart. When he grows up, the first thing he does is to find this lord named Cao Ang. Then, a severe humiliation. He has the capital to be arrogant. Apart from the Crown Division, he successfully gave birth to heroes yesterday, Storm Axe. Don Byron, a newborn hero, possesses the ability to single out 2 storm giants. This is only in the case of bare clothing. For this reason, he specially equipped the only piece of equipment. A pair of white shorts equipped Don Byron. Thinking of his hero, his towering figure. The smile of the young man who killed Mate gradually turned abnormal. Ha ha ha. On the other side, Cao Ang's territory. He blocked the private message early on. Almost every hour, a team of elves transport resources back. Various minerals, wood, wild monster corpses. There are 2 towering moon wells standing nearby. The recovery effect of moon well belongs to the overall game. And it doesn't need to be close to the moon well to take effect. 1 or 2 may not have a significant effect. But 10 or 100 will cause a qualitative change. At this moment, a sudden shout came from afar. The sound, from far to near, clearly came towards him. Cao Ang closes the trading platform interface. Immediately step out of the Lord's Hall. Anna and Tyron's guards are on the left. The 2 women have already received blessings from Cao Ang. But he didn't become a hero. It's Sarah and the others, Tyron said as he looked at the distant team. Sarah is also a disaster elf, flapping the wings of disaster and flying in mid-air. All disaster elves have wings. Just the color and form are different from Elsa's. However, the shouting did not come from Sarah and the others. They followed a group of bear race creatures behind them. But these bear brothers have injuries on their bodies. His hands were bound by sturdy vines. There are about 100 of them. There is also a group of bear people dragging a huge wooden stake. When they approached, their information appeared in Cao Ang's field of vision. Rampage Bear, Camp. Order, Level. LV-18, Potential. B. Introduction. The intelligent creatures on the island are powerful, irritable, and aggressive in personality. To provoke one is to provoke a group. This critical bear has B.level potential, it's great. At least become the backbone of the Lord in the trial. There are many factions in the Eternal Tower. Cao Ang knows about order, monsters, evil, abyss, and chaos. Lord, according to your instructions, we have conquered these bears. Cao Ang patted Sarah's shoulder and said, well done. His golden finger, monster fusion system. In addition to requiring the source material, we also need the branches. Non-exclusive units require a barracks to be recruited. Only having a barracks can be considered a complete unit. Cao Ang's instruction to them was to bring back all the troops found in the barracks. Shake people if you can't handle it. That huge wooden stake is exactly the barracks of the violent bear. Is it necessary to spend coins to recruit berserker bears? Recruitment. Directly recruited units. Cheaper than what comes out of the barracks. And it can also retain levels. Recruit all 120 violent bears, Cao Ang. There are over 100 more hardworking Xiongren tribe, just take care of their food. Bula. The violent bear let out an excited roar. Then start working and moving things. This is the benefit of loyalty boosting. After a moment, the wooden stakes were erected again. Cao Ang's territory, the current situation. The Lord's Hall is the center. On the east side is the planting area, and on the south side is the gathering place of elves. Prepare to place a barracks on the west side. Cao Ang on the north side plans to leave it vacant for the time being and place or veins in the future. As for Godzilla, it is at the outermost point. Barracks. Giant Bear Battalion, Branch. Rampage Bear, Recruitment. 30 coins/piece, upper limit. 99.99, Cao Ang recruited 1. Rampage Bear, Camp. Old Days, Loyalty. 100, Level. LV5, Qualification. Middle, Potential. B, Ability. Fury, Tearing Claw, Level. F.